Dylan, sometimes a loss just isn't a loss. This is a huge one for the Pack. Okay, they lose the game 23-10 in Minnesota. No crime there. But according to the team, there is a real chance that Aaron Rodgers could be done for the rest of the season with a broken collarbone. Now, he had a broken collarbone back in 2013. He missed 7 games that year. After the injury, Jerick McKinnon and company, he told McKinnon by himself, 100 yards from scrimmage, scored on the ground and also through the air. Case Keenum threw for 239. Kind of managed this victory once Rodgers went out. But again, that story is Green Bay. Brett Hundley, 3 picks coming in for Aaron Rodgers. You know it, I know it, the American people know it. People are going to clamor for Colin Kaepernick to be the quarterback of this Packer team. Now, without knowing the exact schemes and the way they run everything, Aaron Rodgers is a mobile quarterback. Yeah. Last we saw, Colin Kaepernick, mobile quarterback. Would you stick with what you have, or would you consider it, if you're Mike McCarthy and company, about picking up the phone and calling old number 7?
I would certainly consider it. I'm of the belief that Colin Kaepernick is a viable quarterback in this league. I'm not saying he's a top 10, top 20 quarterback, but I think he's good enough to be a starting quarterback in the league, and certainly good enough to be one of the best backups in the league. That's what you're looking at. That's the situation now. Green Bay's going to have to go to a backup situation. Is that Hundley? For me now, we had this discussion a little bit, Dave, and I felt like Hundley's been there for so long, and he's got such sporadic playing time because you have Aaron Rodgers. You have the best in the business, or one of them. You got to know what's there with Hundley. This is not a kid anymore. He's not a rookie anymore. He's been there for several years, learning under Rodgers. It worked for 12 under 4.
There you go.
To soak it up and kind of watch him as he goes about his business, as he preps for each and every game, and as he executes the game plan on Sundays. I think you got to give him that chance. Now, here's what would change my mind.
Okay.
If you get a prognosis that says 12's going to be back, he's going to be back with 3 or 4 games left in the regular season. This is actually only going to keep him out for, 5 weeks. If that's the case and you feel like you can hold down the fort in a better way by bringing in Kaepernick, who I think is more talented and gives you a better chance to win than Brett Hundley, however, it's risk-reward at this point because Kaepernick's never going to know this personnel, this playbook, and this situation as well as Hundley. But is Kaepernick a better quarterback? I think so. That's the balance here. And the whole balance is if Rodgers can come back. I tend to think Rodgers is done for the year, which means you should just go to Hundley, see what you got, and give him a long-term audition for the rest of the year to know what you have going forward if Rodgers goes down again or when Rodgers hangs him up.
I remember when the Seahawks kicked the tires on Colin Kaepernick, I believe it was back in April, May during the mini camps, before they even got into training camps, and Pete Carroll cut him. Well, didn't sign him. He didn't cut him. Didn't sign him.
Right.
And he said, I can't sign him because he's a starting quarterback in this league, not a backup. And it struck me as odd. So can he only be a starter according to Pete Carroll? And I wonder what Mike McCarthy is going to look at. Can he be a backup? We know about the distractions, whatever you want to perceive it to be.
I think that's overblown, personally.
I do too. If the guy can help you win football games, you might want to pick up the phone. We'll find out what the Packers decide to do.